like this, with our feet a little wider than hip distance apart. My apologies ahead of time if you get a little more of a workout than you want today. I've had a little coffee. And if you also get a little more talking than you wanted today. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, feet are a little wider. So just take a moment here, allow the arms to come down by your sides, let the palms face out. Let's just stand here for a moment. I want you to engage everything. So really press into the ground, flatten the feet, press into the inner arches of the feet. Lift those knees, engage the thighs. Point that tailbone down, engage the core, lift it up and in. So now we feel really strong, rooted and grounded in the legs, right? Power. Arms are out, palms facing out, chest is open, our heart is open. Take a few breaths here, maybe close the eyes. And close your eyes and see if you can really feel rooted and grounded with the eyes closed. So imagine that, we have all this stuff going on around us. Our eyes are closed. And no matter what happens, we're going to stay grounded and rooted. We're going to keep our balance. So with the eyes closed, you can't necessarily see what's coming, but it doesn't matter because you have your foundation in those feet, in the legs, in the body. Take a few breaths here. Maybe take a moment to set an intention for your practice today. Relax those shoulders, relax the jaw, releasing any tension, any unnecessary tension in the body. Good. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Palms will come to prayer and just take those hands behind your head. So prayer hands will point down, your feet can step in and point those elbows up. So you're feeling this nice opening in the chest area. Also, your shoulders are working. And you are probably working a bit more than you want to be already with those elbows pointing up towards the ceiling. Good. Inhale, reach the arms all the way back up. Bring those prayer hands back up. And let the arms fall. Exhale, bend the knees. A little gentle forward fold. So my idea with this today is to help you move any of that anxious or nervous energy out of the body and bring you a sense of stability, support, and groundedness in the body. All right, bend those knees. You can bring your blocks underneath your hands if you'd like, and just give yourself a nice deep forward fold. Your hands can support yourself if you need to. If you want to give yourself a nice flat back, you can keep those hands on the blocks. Just work that chest, keep it open. Good. And forward fold again. So make sure as you're in your forward fold, those feet are rooted down. Good. You'll slowly round the spine, come all the way back up to standing. All right, so you're going to have those blocks up at the top of the mat, and we're going to do a few little lunges and just move through the legs a little bit, get some power in those legs. So step that left foot forward, the right leg is back. Come onto the heel, sorry, not the heel, the ball of that right foot. Good, so a nice step back. This left knee is bent, kind of deep, but you just want to make sure that the knee does not pass the toes in that left foot. Your blocks are underneath your hands. You can bring your hands onto the blocks, or you can come up onto the fingertips, whatever feels good for you this morning. If you're a bit tired, you can even bring that right knee down. So just modify the way you need to. You know your body. And just take a few deep breaths here, just letting the hips open up. Rolling to the inner arch of that left foot. Bringing those shoulder blades together, keeping that chest, keeping that heart open. Maybe as you go through your practice today and you're opening up that heart space, in those moments, maybe use your breath and your imagination to visualize a beautiful outcome for our near future. Just use your imagination to think light and love. Lift that right knee off the ground if it's on the ground. And you're going to inhale, slowly reach those arms all the way up. So now we're in Warrior One. It's a bit of a balanced pose. From here, I'd like you to slowly bring those hands onto the blocks. Begin to straighten your left leg. So now, as you straighten this left leg, you're going to start to feel that hamstring. And think about your right hip drawing forward, your left hip drawing back, and squaring off the hips. That might deepen it for you. Now really, really root down through those feet. Feel strong, supported. And inhale, reach the arms up if you can. A little micro bend in that left knee is fine so you don't lock out the leg. And once those arms are up, you're going to go ahead and think about straightening that left leg again. So giving yourself a really challenging balance pose here. You're on the ball of that right foot. Left foot is that standing foot in the front, pressing into the ground. Good. Take another breath or two. Really reach up. Exhale, bend back into that left knee. Hands will come down. Take a moment. Right leg steps up to that left leg and forward fold. And noticing what you feel like this morning, noticing how these poses feel for you. Do they make you feel powerful and strong? Or is it just a little much this morning? So just notice what that feels like for you. Inhale, look up halfway, give yourself a nice flat back. And exhale, fold. Bend those knees, belly to thighs. One more time, inhale, nice flat back. Shoulder blades in, chest open, exhale, forward fold. You can release the head here by shaking yes and no, release the neck. You take your time and eventually that left leg will step back. So we're switching sides. So there's something really powerful about bringing ourselves up to a standing position when we might not feel so powerful, right? So it's using ourselves, our bodies, our intention to create what we need for ourselves today. Because I get you, I feel you. Today is a very nerve-wracking day. And, you know, we can feel a bit powerless, but guess what? We have our mat, we have our bodies, we can stand up, we can feel powerful no matter what. Bring that left knee onto the ground. If you're a little tired or you just want to stretch a little deeper into those hips, blocks are under the shoulders. And just make sure the right knee doesn't pass the toes. Good. Breathe, shoulder blades will come in, chest opens. Again, maybe visualize a beautiful picture of what's to come instead of focusing on the fearful picture. Good. When we come forward, those hands will stay on the blocks. You'll lift that left knee off the ground. And as you come up, you're going to begin to straighten your right leg out. So keep your back nice and straight. Hands are supported by the blocks. The blocks are right under the shoulders. And as that right leg straightens, roll the inner arch of that foot to the floor. and think about the hips squaring off. So this time the right hip will draw back a little bit. The left hip is going to draw forward. And just breathe here. Notice what this feels like. Good, keeping the chest nice and open. Maybe you want to look straight out in front of you. Maybe you want to look to the floor. Whatever feels good for your body to open up a little bit more. Good. Now as you hold here, micro bend in that right knee. Inhale, begin to reach the arms all the way up. Find your balance. That entire right foot is pressing into the ground. Once you find your balance, you can think about the right leg straightening a little bit more and reaching those arms up. Finding your balance during the challenge. This is why I wanted to do standing poses today. Good. Take another breath or two. Eventually, your hands will come back onto the blocks. You'll bend into this right knee. Press strong off that right foot and step the left foot forward. Forward fold. And as you're in this forward fold, this time, maybe see if you can grab opposite elbows. And remember, you can bend the knees as much as you need to get a nice forward fold. More so than the legs being straight, I want you to think about how close you can get the belly to the thighs, even if that means bending your knees a lot. Good. Hands will come up onto those shins or the blocks. Look up halfway, nice flat back. Open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades in, or just engage them and fold. One more time, if you want, bring those hands onto the shins. Yep, release that neck. Look up halfway, nice flat back. Awesome, and fold. Good. Take a breath, breathe. When you're ready, you're gonna round your spine, roll all the way up to standing. Let your head be the last thing to come up. All right. Go ahead and step those feet apart and just swing the arms. So your feet are a little wider than hip width apart. And I just want you to swing it out. Good. Just a little twist in the spine as you swing. Releasing any tension that might be in the shoulders and neck, right? Good. Come back to center. Yes, moving that energy today. Right arm, big circles. Good. 3 or 4 circles in that direction. Switch, go the opposite way. Beautiful. Keeping that chest squared off as much as you can towards me or straight ahead. Left arm. Big circles. 3 or 4 in one direction and then go the other way. Good. Come back to center. Inhale the arms all the way up. Palms will come to prayer again. Bring the hands behind the head. Point those elbows up to the ceiling. So I want you to think this time, we did this early on, step those feet in, really reach up, extend through the spine. Feel everything in the back body, the shoulders, the chest, everything reaching up, up, up. Heart is opening, good. Now just see if you can maybe open the elbows a little bit more to the sides, yep, and bring it back. Open the elbows and bring it back. This is for neck and shoulders, ladies. Elbows open, bring it back. I know it's a lot. One more. Bring it back, arms will come all the way up. Take a breath or two here. Take a breath or two here. And then exhale. Bend the knees, swing those arms down. Good. So we're going to do this a few times. And if you choose to, you can use this motion to just release anything you want to release right now, any worry that you might have, any fear. So we're going to do it together. Ready? So you will bend your knees. Let me show you one time. I'm going to turn over. Your arms are going to swing to the side. You're going to come up, palms to prayer. Exhale. Inhale up, exhale. So it's going to be a really powerful breath. It's going to be a big inhale, big exhale, release. All right, you ready to try it? Let's do it together. Let's unify here. Ready? Arms down by your sides. All right. You can make this as powerful as you need to. Ready? Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, let go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more. Exhale. And it feels good to keep going. If you feel like you need to keep going, you can. Woo. Once you're done, oh yeah, just stand there for a second. Come back into that pose that we did at the beginning of class. Feet a little wider than hip width apart, palms facing out. Now that you've kind of stirred up that energy, just be with it for a moment. Breathe with it. Focusing on nice long exhales. Slowing everything back down. Reconnecting with your intention. Good. Go ahead and begin to circle the neck. Nice slow circles. So we're playing a little bit with that yin-yang energy today. Circle through the head, through the neck. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. Learning how to go with the flow when the energy is high. Learning how to breathe with it. And then remembering that we are the ones who can control and slow it down and manage it ourselves. So rolling through the head, through the neck, both directions. Let's bring the shoulders into this. Eventually the head's going to roll back down to the chest. Fingertips will lift the head back up. Look over to the right. Back to center, over to the left. Back to center. Let's engage the shoulders now. So inhale. Shoulders come up towards the ears. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. This is nice standing because you can really get a lot of space in the chest, and then roll the arms, the shoulders down. I'll do that again for you. Feet are hip distance apart. Inhale, shoulders up. Squeeze the shoulder blades back, open the chest. Exhale, roll the shoulders down. So releasing all that tension in the shoulders and the neck. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades in. And release. Two more. Shoulders up. Squeeze the shoulder blades in. Exhale, release the tension down. Last one. Shoulders come up. Shoulder blades squeeze in. And release the shoulders down. Good. Go ahead and swing the arms out if you need to again. All right. Let's go ahead and do a nice balancing pose. So this is going to be probably a little bit challenging, but again, this was my purpose today, was to challenge you all to find your balance with everything else swirling around us, right? So you're going to step. This right foot is going to be your standing leg, okay? So just step on that a little bit. Just maybe come up to it. Find all four corners of that foot. Just press it into the ground. Notice what it feels like. When you're ready, you're going to inhale and reach. I'm going to turn to the side so I don't confuse you. Left knee is going to come up. Yeah, this is going to be very, very challenging as far as balance goes. If you have a wall close by and you want to touch your fingertips to the wall, use it. Use any support you have right now. Good. So left knee hugs in, maybe move around that ankle a little bit, get into that foot, swirl it around, switch the direction. Good. Now from here with that left knee hugged in, take your right hand onto your hip. And just bring it out to the side. You're controlling this. Nice 90-degree angle. Good. Bring it back into center. And see if you can begin to straighten the left leg. So find a wall, Marcia, if you need a wall, come right to the wall and then just lift that leg. Yeah. So I want you to really squeeze those hips in, engage the core, lift that left leg up. I know it's a challenge. I know. Breathe. Hands on the hips, lift and extend up through the spine, lift out of the hips, good. Left foot comes all the way down, swan dive down, forward fold. Maybe grab opposite elbows while you're down there, hang out, breathe, bend the knees if you need to. Swaying a little bit. And eventually rolling your spine all the way back up. Finding our power, our balance, right? So left leg is going to be that standing leg. Doesn't matter what chaos is going on around us. We can always manage to find our balance and our power. So don't let this chaos take your power away. Left foot, nice and flat. Right knee, hug it in. Move around that ankle. Ooh, find that balance. Move around the ankle a little bit. Left leg is a standing leg. Good. Eventually, your left hand will come to your hip. And just slowly open to the right. 90-degree angle. Breathe. Slowly bring it back. Both hands on the hips. Boom. Straighten that right leg out. Flex the foot. Power. Core. Lift up and out of the hips. Low back. Everything is working. Breathe. Find your breath and your strength. Good. Eventually that right leg comes all the way down. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And another forward fold. Exhale. Belly to thighs. Grab opposite elbows. Release the head, release the neck. All right. One more breath and then you'll slowly round the spine all the way back up to standing. We have one more standing pose and then we'll come down. We'll wind it down. All right, so let's go ahead and come into a nice wide angle with the legs. So I don't want your legs to be so wide that it's like hard to stand there. Make sure your feet are close enough that you can actually stand here for a minute. Take your blocks. You're going to have them out in front of you. Good. So let's go ahead and maybe bring our hands onto the blocks. Maybe they're directly under your chest or your shoulders, whatever feels good. Good. Just take a moment, a nice forward fold. Nice little forward fold. Let that head release, that neck releases down. Crown of the head points to the ground. Now, as you fold forward, you might have noticed that You've rocked your weight towards the ball of the feet. I want you to see if you can rock the weight back so that you're bringing the weight back towards the heels. Now breathe. Think about those sits bones pressing open and towards the back of you. Good. Maybe a little swaying from left to right just to distribute the weight. And listen, if you need to remove the block so you can get a deeper sway, that's okay too. Micro bend in those knees so you're not locking out the legs. Good. Eventually those hands will come back onto the blocks. You'll look up, nice flat back. Find your support with those hands on the blocks. And I just want you to see if you can lift your toes for a second. Just the toes. Good. So maybe your weight has rocked back toward your heels to get that, right? Toes lifting. Nice flat back, shoulder blades in, chest is open. Good. Bring those toes back down. Now think about lifting the heels. Good, good, good. You can bend the knees as much as you need to, ladies. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Heels will come back down. All right. Let's go ahead and bring our hands onto our hips. Use that core and that low back. Come up nice and strong. Take a breath. Breathe. Feel really strong in those legs. Bend the knees. Cactus the arms. Give me boom. Open up that chest. Strength, power. Good. Take a moment. Lift the toes. Breathe. Find your strength. Toes will come down. See if you can lift the heels. If you're shaking, that's okay. It's normal. Find your power. Breathe. Find your balance. This is the finale for our standing poses today. Heels will come down. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Palms to prayer. Exhale. Inhale. Straighten those legs. Exhale, bend. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. That goddess pose. Power, power. Inhale. And exhale. Smile. Straighten those legs. You'll bring those hands forward onto the blocks. Bend the knees a lot if you need to. And I want you to just sway a little bit left to right. So bend those knees as you straighten. Bend one knee at a time as you straighten the opposite leg. Just stretch it out a little. Getting some fluidity in the knees and the hips, right? So if this is a lot for you, just make sure you take your time and you only do what you can. Once you're done rocking through both sides, eventually we're going to come down. And we'll come into a comfortable seated position. All right, so I think that woke us up, right, ladies? That'll get your heart rate going. So hopefully you feel nice and strong again and nice and powerful. Let's bring those legs nice and crisscross in a comfortable crisscross position. So whatever that is for you. You have a blanket or a bolster that you want to sit on. If the knees are up high, just go ahead and do that as well. All right, so we were just playing with that yang energy. Now we're going to play with that yin energy. Yeah, release and all that stuff. Good. Take our hands onto the knees, sit the spine up nice and tall. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Inhale, heart open, look up, shoulder blades come in, shoulders relax. Exhale, round. Inhale. Awesome job, by the way, ladies. Exhale, round. Sometimes it's challenging, it's intimidating, it's scary to try and find our power when we feel a bit powerless. Exhale, round. One more. So good job showing up. Exhale. Good. Come back to center. Just switch the way that your legs are crossed. Inhale, the arms are going to reach all the way up. Exhale, left hand behind you, right hand to your left knee. Nice little twist. Breathe, relax the shoulders. Think about that exhale, belly button to spine. Solidifying the power, that groundedness through the root chakra. That twist, that detoxification of any toxins, whether they be emotional, physical, mental, spiritual. Come back around. Hands onto the knees. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, look up. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, right hand behind you, left hand to your right knee. So just wringing out those toxins, right? That's what twists do. So wring it out. Relax the shoulders. Wring out that worry, that fear, whatever it is, that nervousness. Just be present right here and now in the body. Good. Coming back around. Hands on the knees. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, look up. Roll those shoulders away from the ears. Go ahead and hug your right knee into your chest. Actually, sorry, left knee into your chest. Switch. Flex that right foot. So we just did a nice little gentle seated twist. So now we're going to take it a little bit deeper. We're going to deepen that twist by keeping that left knee hugged into the chest. So sit the spine up really tall with the belly come to that left thigh. Shoulders relax. This engagement that you feel in your spine, keep that as you inhale, reach the arms up. This time, exhale, left hand behind you. You'll hug this left knee in with that right arm. So you're twisting over to the left. There you go, yep. So again, deepening that twist this time. Keep that extension in the spine. Keep that right foot flexed. Feel that beautiful twist happen in the spine, bringing out the organs and whatever else you want to wring out. Maybe look over that left shoulder. Complete exhales. And slowly coming back around to center. Dropping that left knee open. So just drop it to the ground. Square off your chest over that right leg if you can. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. See if you can grab for the foot, the shin, maybe the thigh, whatever works for you. But give yourself a nice forward fold over that right leg. Keep that spine nice and straight. No rounding in the back, please. And slowly come back up. You'll take this left hand beside you, right to the left. You're going to inhale, come up, roll up onto the shin of that left leg, reach the right arm up. Breathe, stretch into that right side. Open it all up. Feel how yummy that feels. Another breath, and then you can eventually come down. Beautiful. Come back to seated. Switch sides. So now we'll hug that right knee into the chest. Left foot, left leg is nice and straight, foot is flexed. Take a breath. Relax the shoulders. Remember, you're bringing that right thigh to the belly, flexing the left foot, spine is really tall and extended up. Keep that extension as you inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, right hand behind you, left arm hugs that right knee in. And you twist over the right side. Left foot stays flexed. Breathe. Wringing it all out, maybe looking over that right shoulder this time. Deepening the twist. Good. Slowly coming back around. Back to center, dropping the right knee open. Keeping that left leg nice and straight. Foot is flexed. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, you'll fold, maybe grab for that foot, that shin. Square out the chest over that left leg. Just feel that hamstring. Breathe. One more breath, and then eventually you will round back up. Bring both feet together. Soles of the feet will come together. Good, so we're in nice butterfly position now. And I want you to just take a moment here, maybe bring your blocks in front of your toes, and just take a moment. You can stack them up. If you are able to bring your forehead to the blocks, I just want you to let that happen. You can round through the spine. I just want you to drop into that and find a really comfortable place where you can stay with those knees open and in butterfly. So it also feels nice to maybe bring the block onto the feet themselves if you can't get that far in front of the feet. You can stack them up. There's all kinds of ways to get that place for your head. Yeah, so if you have the cork blocks, you can take one on the bottom on its lowest level and then stack the other one on top of that. That might be a little easier. They're a bit heavy too, but it will help to keep you grounded through the beat. Yeah, you just find that place, maybe face those palms up and just get a nice release for the inner groin, inner thighs, maybe outer hip, low back even. Basically just giving you the opposite of what we've done all day and letting you sit there and breathe. Surrender. Good. Another breath or two. Eventually you'll round the spine and come all the way back up. Beautiful. We're going to stretch the outer hips and then we'll come onto our backs. So bring that left leg underneath the right leg. Now the idea, ladies, is to stack the knees on top of each other. This is probably not going to happen for most of us, and that's okay. The intention is there. Left leg underneath, right leg crosses over. I want you to be feeling a release in the outer hips. Your right sits bone is probably lifting up off the ground. If you need to bring your blocks close by for support, put your hands on the blocks and just maybe think about rolling the right sits bone back to the ground. So Really, it's just about releasing the outer hips now. You may or may not like this. Kind of a love-hate relationship with this one. I like to hold on to my feet. I think it feels really nice to bring my palms and the soles of my feet together. So that's a variation. You can also keep the chest open, fold a little forward if you need more. You may not need more. So just listen to your body. If your sits bones are connected to the ground and you're still not getting a stretch, then you would maybe come forward. But if your sits bones are off the floor, maybe just sitting up is enough. So just finding what you need, keeping a tall spine no matter what you do, and keeping the chest open. Shoulders relax. Good. Take another 2 breaths. Hold a lot of stuff in those hips, ladies. So just release, let it go here. Eventually, we're going to switch. So you're going to take this right leg, unwind it, and straighten the legs out. Maybe windshield wiper through the feet a little. Shake it out, shake it out. And now you'll switch. So the right leg is going to come underneath the left this time. And it's probably going to be different. So this side for me is very, very different. Whew. Once you get there, just be where you need to be. Keep the spine tall, keep the chest open. Maybe you need the blocks on this side where you didn't really need them on the other side. Speaking for myself, use the support where you have it. Relax the shoulders. Relax the jaw. It takes a minute to really melt into this one in a way that you're actually able to feel the release happen in the outer hips. But when you feel it, you know it, and it feels really great. Like I said, it's a love-hate kind of relationship for me. Left sits bone is rolling to the floor if possible, or the idea of it rolling to the floor. Just letting go here. Letting any of that energy drip out, melt out of the hips. Anything that stands in the way of your joy, your passion, your creativity. One more complete breath. Really nice, ladies. Eventually you'll unwind those legs, straighten them out. Shake them out again. Windshield wiper through those feet. Oh, and we finally have come down. I know, I had so much fun with you ladies today. I know, you're probably not that excited, but I think we did amazing today, considering everything else going on. Hug those knees into the chest. Keep that low back, that sacrum connected to the ground. And just rock a little left and right. Give yourself a little bit of extra tension here at the low back. So keeping those knees together, you can begin to draw nice, slow circles with both knees together. And feel that massage for the low back, sides of the hips. And then switch the direction, go the other way. Beautiful. Those knees hugged into the chest, arms will open up like a T, and drop both knees over to the left. Giving yourself a nice supine twist. So today we detoxified the things we didn't need. We found our strength and balance in the challenge. Pretty powerful class today. And I hope you take that power with you for the rest of the week. Breathe into the belly. On your next inhale, bring both knees to come back up to center. And exhale over to the right. Opening that chest. Nice, complete breaths. One more deep breath here. Eventually on the inhale, you roll back onto the back. Maybe bring those feet down onto the ground nice and wide and just windshield wiper through the legs a little. For your final relaxation, I thought it would be nice to use the blocks to come into a nice back bend. We didn't do a whole lot for the shoulders. We did some stuff, but maybe if it feels good for you, bring the blocks one behind you at its second height, the one behind that at its highest height. You guys have done this with me before, but it's a really nice way to open up that heart space, right? So you sit there in that place today, as hard as it might be, just open up and show more love, more empathy, more compassion. So you'll bring yourself down. That first block comes to those shoulder blades. And then the second block supports the head. Your legs, your knees can be bent, or you can come into butterfly. You can straighten the legs, whatever feels good for your back. And once you find that position you're going to be in, close your eyes and tune into the breath. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale out the mouth, audibly if you'd like. Just release. Deep inhale. And exhale, release. Allowing yourself to feel nice and heavy and supported by the blocks under you. And connecting to the organic movement of the breath through your body. And creating space in places there might not have been space before. Allowing every exhale to be longer than your inhales. The body is heavy and supported. With each breath, see if you can drop a little bit deeper into a state of relaxation and stillness.
It's the only thing that there's just to love what the world needs. for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another mountain. There are mountains and the hillsides enough to climb. There are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another meadow. There are cornfields and wheat fields enough to grow. There are sunbeams and moonbeams enough to shine. Oh, Lord, if you want to know, the world is down in love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just to love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. What the world needs now, oh sweet love. What the world needs now, oh sweet love. What the world needs now, oh sweet love.
bring your mind back into the space. Maybe bring some movement to your fingers and your toes. You can stay there if you'd like, but if you'd like to close your practice with me, maybe reach your arms above your head, stretch, point and flex your feet. Eventually rolling over to one side, nice and slow, and pausing in the fetal position for a moment. Sending gratitude to the body, to the mind, and to the spirit. Eventually pressing yourself up to a comfortable seated position, allowing your head to be the last thing to come up. Spine is nice and tall, shoulders are relaxed. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. The palms come to prayer. And exhale down to heart center. I thank you for sharing your time and energy with me this morning. May we walk through the rest of our week with an open mind and an open heart, practicing a little bit more compassion, giving a little bit more love, and realizing that our true power lies in the present moment. Namaste.